This goes out to Joe, the world's greatest almond rancher thing. Joe, you asked me a question many videos back about praying, and I said I think I said I'll work on it or make a video on it or something. Is a really good question that you asked. I said pray for people or something. You brought up a question about how or if you're not doing it right or something. And at the time, I thought, man, there's a lot of verses I could throw at this. I know there's a verse about this, a verse about that, because you got to understand, praying is more than just about praying. Praying sets up your attitude, okay, as far as how you're to be dealing not so much with yourself, but with other people. And it's really an interesting, the thought that came to my mind is really an interesting, not a segue, but it pivots into other things, a dozen other things. But the reason I bring this up, and the reason I haven't done a video on this, is I knew there were all these verses that, I could go in this direction, answering your question, and even going a little further with it. But I didn't remember any of them. I couldn't remember any of them. And you might think, well, okay, that happens. You forget this and that. Well, no, that doesn't happen. It's not like memorizing a book, but when you're dealing with scriptures, and you're studying, praying, and doing all this, living it, when you're out there walking around, or someone says something, or you see something, or something pops in your mind, you'll get a verse for it. And a verse that will say, if you're thinking about going this direction, and there's a verse that says, no, you ain't supposed to go over there. Don't do that. Or you see someone who's got a problem, something they've done, and you got a verse that explains their situation, or at least gives them some direction. It's a form of prophecy, and everybody does it. It's not like I'm special. People that spend a lot of time in the Bible and working on this have this. Some preacher will be going on something, and I could throw verses at what he's saying, even though he may not be bringing them up. I can give you chapter and verse, Hebrews 12:6, whatever it is. Well, if I saw your video, or saw your comment on the video that I made, I realized there's all these verses here, but I could not remember any of them. Okay? Like you said, that may not seem like a big deal, but the book doesn't work that way. Okay? So, because I had not been reading, had not been praying, I've been keeping bad company. I lost that. Well, gone. It's just I have not been walking it, reading it, praying it, and all that. And so I knew that I said, well, I need to work on that video, but for selfish reasons, it's not about you or your video or your question. I'm sorry. But it's just me confronting my issue that I've not been, I'm kind of run amok. But that's just it. You don't use it, you lose it. And that's not a good thing. So I got to turn that around. But I will answer, I'm going to do a video at some point about that question that you answered about the praying, because the response I have is a really good one. But I have to start reading again because the verses just ain't coming. But I will tell you this, for most people, and this is true for anybody, trust no man, trust no woman when it comes to this. There is but one teacher, and that is the Lord. That's a verse. Can't tell you where it is. But there is but one teacher. So you always go back to the source. Okay? If you open your heart, He'll open your ears and your mind and feed it to you. It's just that simple. But you got to open your heart to it. And you do that when you're reading. But you always go back to the source. Like you take your, if you want the water, you go to the well. What feeds the well? The river. What feeds the river? The rain. So you got this continual thing. It's another beautiful thing about the Bible. The themes of this, you talk about the water. Okay. What's going to rain down on us in the end times and all this kind of thing. It's just, once you get into all that, it's really amazing how the whole thing is put together. Even I know people that weren't even believers that understood how the Bible was put together, and it's just impressive, you know. But yeah, that's why I've been I think of this every day. Since this is back before Christmas when you made that comment, and I think about this every day. And it's just taking me this long to fess up and do something about it. And so I'll throw some more stuff up here, but I need to start reading again. That's what it all comes down to. When I spend more time with it, then it spends more time with me. Like I said, I've been keeping bad company, and I'm not talking about people, but just stuff. And I need to clean house. But anyhow, I'll leave it then. I'll have some stuff up here coming pretty soon because I got to get back to work on this. Anyhow, love you. God bless. It was a great comment you made, and I will. I'll get to work on that. In the meantime, I'll put something else up. Anyhow, love you. God bless.
Oh God, today we thank you for your goodness. Thank you for blessing us all day. Rather early this morning, you buked the hand of death. You buked trouble in our lives. You kept us all day. You helped us in the hollow of your hand. We thank you, Lord. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. We called your name. We called your name a worthy. We called you because you're our hope today. Yeah, Jesus. Look on us today. We gathered ourselves here. Bless us, Lord. Bless us, Lord. Bless our soul. Bless our mind. Jesus, stretch your hand of deliverance out. Deliver your people everywhere. Deliver the saints everywhere. Look on everyone, Lord. Bless the backsliders. Bless that sinner man. Bless that sinner woman young. Oh, Jesus, save everywhere. Save everywhere. Oh, look on America. Bless the president. Bless the government.